The lesson.
Oh yeah.
Hip hop is like, it kind of feels it's the, you know, the culture or subgenre, whatever you want to call it, where the history is a bit lost at the moment. You know,
Well, people have written history, right? When I read it, it's wrong. And that, you know, and that's one of the things I've been very upset about the last few years. Just being written out of it.
Now, that actually reminds me that, I mean, someone said that you were, you know, I don't know if you can even pinpoint this, but
Sexy?
you were the the first, you know, you've got all these other things that you were one of the first or the first to do. And someone said to me that arguably you were one of the first dudes to be rapping out of, you know, South Australia.
No, man, there were people before me. So MC Say, Paul, he lives in Japan now. There's Risk, Parrish, Madcap. No, there were people before me. I'd never try and claim that. And I was what, 16 or 17 watching them. They were the guys who made me be like, damn, I want to do this. You know, it's amazing. They got Australian accents, and you know, they're doing these weird songs about, you know, kind of just weird stuff. I was kind of like, wow, I could probably do that too. No, man, I'm definitely not the first.
There was a piece that SBA Spiceland did about the change in, you know, Australian hip hop, and in that they took shots at, you know, Lazy Grey and a bunch of other dudes that I guess in a lot of people's opinions did a
Lazy
lot.
Grey's a legend.
That's what I mean.
I'm a legend.
You didn't happen to catch
Nope.
that SBS Spiceland
I was probably in a coma at the time, dude. No. Yeah.
That's fair enough.
But, you know, again, within everything, within every kind of musical source or artistic thing, right? Everyone's going to have an opinion. At the end of the day, who cares, right? Like, you know, Theodore Roosevelt, the former president of the United States, said in, 1913 or something? You know, history doesn't judge the critic. You know, it's about being in the ring. It's about doing it. If you're not in the ring doing it, then what are you doing, right? You might fall over, you might fail. You might be great, you might be immense, right? But if you're not in there, who cares about what you think? Honestly, and listening to that, criticise Lazy Grey. I was standing on stages with him, 20 years ago, man. You know? And sure, he's had some funny things he's done, but you don't mess with Lazy. You know, you just don't, right? Like, these are critical, like I was saying. Without people like him, without people like me, without people like Madcap, without people like the Hoods, without people like BVA, without people like this cat over here, right? There is nothing more, right? Without Mama's Funksticles, without Package Reds, without AKA Brothers, right? There's none of this. This is where it all came from.
The lesson.
Oh yeah.